Classical conditioning, pioneered by Russian physiologist Ivan Pavlov in the early 1900s, describes how organisms learn associations between stimuli in their environment, leading to automatic responses. While studying digestion in dogs, Pavlov noticed dogs began salivating not just when food arrived, but at cues predicting food, like the footsteps of the lab assistant. This led to his groundbreaking experiments. Pavlov paired a biologically neutral stimulus, or NS, with an unconditioned stimulus, or US. The US naturally and automatically triggers an unconditioned response, or without prior learning. For example, food in the mouth triggers salivation. Initially, the NS elicited no salivation. However, after repeated pairings where the NS reliably preceded the US, the NS alone began to trigger a response. At this point, the NS became a conditioned stimulus, or CS, and the response it elicited became a conditioned response, or CR. For instance, salivation to the bell. The CR is typically similar to the UR but learned. The process of forming this association is called acquisition. Key factors influence acquisition speed and strength. First, contiguity. The CS must be presented immediately before the US, ideally within seconds. Close temporal pairing is crucial. Second, contingency. The CS must reliably predict the occurrence of the US. If the US appears without the CS, or the CS appears without the US too often, acquisition is weak or fails. Third, number of pairings. More pairings generally strengthen the association, though initial pairings have the greatest impact. Extinction occurs when the learned association weakens. If the CS is presented repeatedly without the US, the CR gradually diminishes. For example, repeatedly ringing the bell without giving food leads to less and less salivation. Crucially, extinction is not unlearning. The original CS-US association remains stored. Evidence for this is spontaneous recovery, after a rest period following extinction. Presenting the CS alone often causes the CR to reappear, though usually weaker. This shows the association was suppressed, not erased. Extinction involves learning a new association, that the CS no longer predicts the US. Two other key phenomena often emerge. Stimulus generalization. After conditioning, stimuli similar to the original CS may elicit the CR. For example, salivating to a doorbell similar to Pavlov's lab bell. Stimulus discrimination. The organism learns to respond only to the specific CS and not to similar stimuli, especially if those other stimuli are not followed by the US. This video about classical conditioning, Pavlov, acquisition, extinction is part of our larger intro psychology course. The course is entirely free and has more than 100 subtopics inside it. We're excited for you to try it, and the link is in the description.